Hey, Shalom. All praises, honor, glory go to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, elder bishops, the great millstone, peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. It's your brother Kanak doing another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. And this is just something quick. This is my observation, over, since being in the truth, but, more so the last couple of years, especially out here in the Bay Area. It seems like, everybody is part of that community, man. All right. That alphabet community. Is it me, or does it look like everybody's part of that alphabet community? A lot more of these businesses are hiring. There has to be some type of status quo, just like, you got to hire minorities, you got to hire women. I'm pretty sure if we look it up, you gotta hire, these alphabet people, man. And it's like damn near everybody is part of that community. It's getting crazy, which this, we reflect back onto the scriptures, during the times of Lot. Let me go ahead and bring that out. Give me a moment. It's like, is everybody part of that community? Or if they not part of it, they agree with it. There's nothing wrong with it. They accept it. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of these people be down low too. They be dibbling and dabbling into all different types of debauchery, evilness. Give me a moment. I'm driving. This thing is getting out of hand. But we were told that these things were going to happen. Now I'm not sure how it's like in different parts of the United States, but shit, damn near everywhere I go, it's like they're everywhere. Okay, this is Luke 17, and this is how we're at the end, man. When a society completely is just gives up any type of moral code. You just go around, you see people with blue hair, BBLs, tattoos on their face, piercings all over their face. See what I'm saying? Just weird looking. You got a lot of women that, dress like men. They'll cut their hair short, and so they can look like a man. Obviously, it's a woman. Obviously, but it's just weird, man. Okay, that's the spirit of Satan. And you got men just prancing around. This shit is crazy. Like I said, is it me, or does it look like everybody's part of that alphabet community? Okay, Luke 17 and 28. Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drink, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built it. See, that is the same thing going on today. Everybody's having a good old jolly time, especially after, everything was open back up. See what I'm saying? Now it's party time. You see more people, out and about on the streets, going to events, going to the parks. People are not, that afraid to stand by each other and be, go to restaurants, because, the powers that be are not pushing it. Now, as soon as they push it in the media, then that's when the people are going to be afraid. So they pretty much have these people's minds, man. These pretty much beast worshippers. See what I'm saying? And they're all being molded into just weirdos. See what I'm saying? Like I said, multicolored hair, men with makeup, dresses. Children, you don't know, like, damn, is that a boy or is it a girl? Androgynous. You see what I'm saying? Swingers, a lot of these couples are swingers, or they're, in some type of open relationship. men that look like women, or they're a woman on the weekdays, and then, I don't know. They're a woman on the weekends. And on the weekdays, they're a dude that goes to the gym and pump iron. You just got a lot of confusion, all right, in the earth. Drag shows. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Hey, it was bad out there when Lot. They was literally trying to rape angels, and because Lot didn't let them in, they said they was gonna take him too. So you got a lot of buoy bandits. A brother told me a story of how a dude that he knew, got caught up like that, man, and a bunch of dudes just, took it. And he's never been the same. He don't even speak no more. So it's a lot of crazy stuff going on, man. And it seems like damn near everybody is part of that agenda, or, they accept that agenda. There was a video on a thread. I'm not going to even put it up because, Esau, he been striking me like crazy. So I'm just going to, speak very vaguely. But it was a video when, where, it was a certain high school, and it was pushing that trans shit. And you had a lot of Jakes that were, because you got to get the children young. Esau knows that. You got to manipulate them young, and indoctrinate them young. And then if you indoctrinate them at that age, you know what I mean? You got them. But Jake was cool with it. Like I said, not everybody participates in it, but you're complicit in the crime if you are okay with it. Okay, a lot of you got gay uncles and brothers and sisters that are. Everybody got a couple in their family, man. That's not supposed to be in Israel. Okay, we were supposed to put away, all right, the sodomites and the nasty people, right? Because that was spread, and look how great it has spread. But we're not in power. Verse 28. Likewise, also, as it was, and I read that. Let me just read it again. Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drink, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built it. Meaning everything continued. It wasn't a sense of urgency. Okay. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, and it was 5 cities that got the work. Okay. Sodom being the chief. All right. Which America is the chief. Like, you got other nations, especially these European nations, that do practice in and do have those communities. But America is the chief, okay, of, this death style. You can't call it a lifestyle, all right, because it brings nothing but death. It brings disease. It's a form of depopulation, okay. It's a form of witchcraft as well, because it's literally rebellion. Here it is, the Most High. He gave a woman, a man to be with, and he gave a man, a woman to be with. But it tells you that was that Romans, the 1st chapter, how they were burned in their lust. Okay, and I believe that's what Sodom means. Elder Yashawamba, he was going into it the other day. All right, burn, the burn or the burning, and that's what you see. Just that, and that lust can take over you, man. The scriptures talk about not being lascivious. You could have sex demons on you. When you come into this truth, man, you gotta rebuke those spirits, man. Okay. So as soon as Lot went out, and that's how it's going to be with the elect. As soon as the elect are beamed up, well, let's read it. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven. See, isn't that not how the end is going to come? It's going to come by fire and brimstone. Yahushua said he comes to bring fire on the earth. Okay, he's coming in with flaming fire to take vengeance. All right, upon who? Upon the Edomites that set up this system of rebellion, as well as all the nations that are complicit in the rebellion, and that includes 2/3 of you Israelites who are at the forefront of these movements, because the alphabet agenda would have never went anywhere if Jacob wasn't, the forefront of those, of those movements, Shashan and what do they call it, Vogan. Jake made all that popular. Drag shows, that was Jake. Well, the whole, from a man to turn into a woman, what is the personality that they tap into? They tap into the black woman. Okay, they tap into that diva spirit, that black girl magic. They literally try to imitate the black woman, the tongue out, and that actually goes back to a deity. It's in Kali, if I'm not mistaken. There's a whole bunch of them. They're all kind of pretty much the same spirit, maybe just a different name depending on the culture. But it's pretty much a sexual deviant, a demon, long ass claws, makeup. All right, the tongue out. Why do you think these women are in that spirit? Well, you have a white woman that imitates the black woman. Now it's a good thing now to be thick, and have the curves. Before, what was in was just being flat as a board, But now you got the white woman. She thick, she's twerking. She on TikTok, Instagram, thotting it out. Taking on the spirit of the black woman, man. Which that's a demonic evil spirit. Which these sodomites, they imitate that. That's the spirit they want to be in. And who births and raises these sodomites? Okay, a lot of times the father is not in the house. And if the father is in the house, he is not open. You know what I mean? Which, the mother protects him, But when he get out of the house, then he come out. But hey, nowadays the woman, she's egging Jake on. To hell with all you other nations, but you see that these other nations are susceptible to it too. They're confused. They're all messed up. I even had a Japanese chick. She was telling me how she was, it was years back. Jake dealing with the other nations, but she was bugging out. I don't know. Maybe I like women. I don't know. Like, what the fuck? But you would never know. But that's these other nations. To hell with these other nations. Okay. But you see that the multicolored hair. You see two women. It's not like they're friends. Okay. You can't say okay, those are two. Those are two friends. Two girlfriends. In a sense of, just regular friends. Nah. They be so-called lovers, man. Oh, right by where I stay at. They gotta be like, mid 30s. Maybe even, early 30s, early to mid 30s. Two, white women. Young, around my age. Could even be maybe a little bit younger, but so-called move into a house. Looked like, it could have been like their father might have bought the house, one of the women. But you could tell they're two women together. Two women together, in a relationship. That white woman spirit. See what I'm saying? They can do that. Esau, he don't care. He'll be with a woman like that. They'll have kids and she'll have a girlfriend and But that's not supposed to be. So that shit's everywhere essentially. What I'm saying is it me? Or please let me know. Or does it look like everybody's part of that community? Well, shit, it look like everybody's okay with the community because there is no shame. And hey, shit, in this society, you can't shame them. That's a hate crime. Okay, they might even, take this video down. I don't even know. Who knows? I'm gonna have to upload it on my Odysee because Esau, he been striking me like crazy. Okay. But Satan is not going to prevail, all right? The truth is going to come out regardless. The Most High is going to destroy this place. All right, give me a moment. Let me park. And this is all impromptu. This is something, The spirit just jumped on me after I was just, handling some stuff. I'm like, God damn, it's like I'm like, man, everybody look like everybody's weird. Everybody big ass eyes, weird hair, weird spirit. They body all fucked up. You can tell their diet is all messed up. They eating abominations, but you can see that sin, that wears you down, man. Your posture's all messed up. Now we jacked up, and we are afflicted, but we eat greens, which you should be eating your greens. You should be, doing some fasting, doing, intermittent fasting, drinking water, learning about the herbs, learning how to eat well, drinking teas. If you got like digestive issues, you drink some wormwood tea or gentian tea. See what I'm saying? A fennel for, bloating, black pepper tea for bloating. You could do a little mixture. There's a lot of things. Apple cider vinegar. Just start small and build up, and then you ask questions too. Okay. But you can tell these people, they just into whatever. All right. Orgies. That's the same thing that was going on during the time of Rome. The same thing that was going on during the time of Lot. We read about it. Okay. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. See? It destroyed them all. So we know eventually, all right, this is how this place is going to go out. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. And how is the Son of Man going to be revealed? Let me bring this out. One of my favorite scriptures to go into. 2 Thessalonians. Okay, 1 and 7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us. Yeah, this is troubling. Just like Lot, all right, which he's an Israelite. That was Abraham's nephew. All right, but he came back as an Israelite. He more than likely, he preaching. Okay, or he's in the spiritual world. Okay, my battery's going to end soon, so let me just finish this up. All right, it's troubling. So we rest in the understanding, the comfort of the scriptures, knowing that this is not how it's going to be. Because it's like, I'm like, God damn, where did all these MFers come from? But you see that all that agenda that Esau is pushing, and we looking at it like, man, ain't this some BS? But there's a lot of people that are being deceived into practicing. A lot of them, man, there's a lot of molestation that goes on. And that's one of the root causes of, why people turn that way is because of sexual trauma at a young age. Somebody close to them, or, somebody, that's in an authoritative, position, whether it's, a school teacher, after school teacher, a nanny, a cousin, a uncle, a dad, a mom. Okay. Somebody, hey, and they get, there's like a science, there's like a science that goes into it. That's why Esau, he practices it, because that sexual, when something like that trauma, at a young age like that opens up spirits, man. And you're confused, So it's a lot of that goes on, man, on the underbelly of America. A lot of sex trafficking. So a lot of these people that you see that are in, and then certain people are just demons, Certain people, none of that happened. They're just demons. They're just, their lot is to come, be born in Babylon the Great, be a weirdo, be burned in their lust, and then ultimately to be destroyed, right? Because you're supposed to put that spirit out. You're supposed to round them all up, okay? When the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. And so how is he going to be revealed? Well, it tells you in Revelation 1 that he's going to come with clouds. Those are the so-called UFOs. In flaming fire. That's how he's going to be revealed. That's how the Son of Man is going to be revealed. And flaming fire taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High. See? And that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. And that's part of the gospel. Yahweh Shai said he comes in the volume of the book. It is written of me. So from what is that? Genesis all the way to Revelation, he is the book. He's the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay. And, practicing that demonic, because that's a real foul spirit, man. And it's like, oh my God damn, man, what the hell is going on, man? It's like everybody just weird looking. And it's only a Tuesday. Okay. Who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power. Let me bring out one more scripture. Let me just see. Okay, I got a little battery, so it should be good. What scripture is that? Right. 2 Peter 2:6, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, right, in Revelation 11:8, what is that? The great city. I believe the scriptures call it the great city, which is spiritual Sodom and Egypt, in which the Israelites would be there in mass, in bulk, and would wake up. Some will wake up. That's talking about Babylon the Great. The big ball of confusion, Babal, in the Hebrew, Babal, meaning confusion. Okay? Spiritual Sodom. It's not actual physical Sodom, because physical Sodom, Gomorrah, those cities, they're let me read it. And turn the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes. It's ashes. There's nothing that grows there. Okay? You would never know that there was a city there, and they was doing all type of, weirdo acts. Which those spirits are actually back in spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah. Condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after shall live ungodly. So that proves that the so-called the government that say that they practice the Bible, they swear in on the Bible, they don't actually follow the Bible, because here it is Esau. He knows he can tap in and tell you how many cells you got. He knows exactly how the body works. He knows, the left part of the brain, the right part of the brain. He can tell you about anatomy, physiology, chemistry, biology, okay, sociology. He could tell you all these great things, right? He got all this technology, he does period pieces where he can go into history, and he got VR, and he got he went to the moon, right? He got the iPhone and all that. So he's very studious. You see what I'm saying? He's very prudent, but he doesn't know that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed for the very acts that he's doing now. Of course he does. He's rebellious. He's the devil. You see what I'm saying? And he's leading the whole world. All right, taking the whole world down with him. Right, but the elect are not going to go with them. The elect are going to abhor, okay, and eschew evil, okay, like what is that, Job, okay, like Lot, okay, like Abraham, like our ancient forefathers, and rather suffer death than to partake, okay, in these wicked, evil, demonic customs. All right. But we know that the Lord is going to deliver his elect. He's not going to leave, because he's going to destroy this place. Verse 7, and deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. So that their deeds, we actually see it. Oh man, the internet, forget about it. Forget about it. It's nothing but confusion. The internet is a big ball of confusion. Man, when the Lord, he destroyed the internet, man, that's going to be a great thing. When he take it down, which Esau, he gonna try to come, he gonna try to bring it back online, in his image. You know what I mean? Well, they got I think it was France. They got like the first, whether it's I don't know if it's in law or whatever, but porn passwords or something, like porn passport, where if you want to, get on these adult sites, you have to have like a digital ID, which he's doing. He's doing that little and little everywhere, until he feels, his enterprise is a success. But at the height of all that, while he is locking down things, while he is, gay bombing, creating weirdos, the Most High is going to destroy this dude, right? So we're seeing their deeds, the conversation meaning their deeds when you go into that word. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. You got to be at the cash register and act like the person in front of you is not a complete, a complete, what. And you gotta hold that poker face sometimes. Sometimes you can't do it, You can, and it's all spiritual too. But these people, that's like a normal thing. I'm like, there's absolutely nothing wrong. I'm like, bro, do you see that? But we just supposed to act like it's normal. This is a normal thing. It's a human being. Love conquers all. Okay, well, you know what? These missiles are going to cleanse all. How about that? Verse 9, I'll end it here. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations. See? And to reserve because, we have to be beamed up, translated like with Enoch. See what I'm saying? So we won't be defiled, okay, with these temptations that are down here on the earth. And pretty much Esau, he's closing up shop, meaning he, is one way. It's his way. It's his way or the highway. That you would not be able to, practice any righteous acts. This nigga he grow babies in capsules and shit. And ain't nobody, and where's the black community at? Where the conscious community, speaking down on these things? Well, where's y'all books at that speak against these things? Create a human in a capsule and do this, so that you already know that conscious, I'm gonna call it bullshit. That's what it is. It's shit. That dung, that dung, the Most High gonna destroy it right along with Babylon. Because when you go into those Hamitic practices, Kemet, right? Kemet goes back to Chum, okay, which means hot, which was a son of Noah, right? The actual original Hamites, the Hamites, right? They did all type of homosexuality. Well, actual Sodom was, that shit went back to them Hamites, man. You see what I'm saying? So Kemet practices sodomy. They're okay with sodomy. There ain't nothing wrong. And that leads into what we have today. Okay, so you already know that whole Kemetic bullshit, that's all it is vomit. The Lord know how to deliver the godly out of temptation and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. So, Yahweh Shema Shai is essentially allowing this to happen in order for that said measure of sin. Okay, because the Lord, he want to burn it with fire. He want to burn this place with fire. All right, but he can't do that unless all the said measure of sins are fulfilled. Okay, and we're experiencing and seeing, what's written. How Lot would feel in Sodom. Okay, those cities. All right, and spiritual Egypt. The Egyptians, they was popping alligators, popping incest. The same shit that's going on today, man. Okay, but what happened to all those kingdoms, those so-called great kingdoms, right? That people like to reverence. The Most High destroyed their ass, man. So likewise, America's going to get the biggest destruction, okay? Because it's written. So, that was it on that. Hey, until next time, shalom to the elect.